Welcome back to the Thanksgiving Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round, hole number 6. This is going to be option number 1. It is a free-to-play Kingmaker Sniper bounce-up shot. Sniper 9 plus. You may be able to do this with a Sniper 7 or 8. I don't know. If you do have that, I would definitely recommend practicing it, and also make sure you're using Sniper 10 numbers in your app. The adjustment is P3 plus 20% max Sniper 10 numbers. This is, again, a Kingmaker shot, so it's only been tested with a wind 3 ball. If you're going to play this with any other wind resistance, you will definitely need to test it. All right, the spin set is 4.4 backspin and 3 left spin. You want to pull this one straight. If anything, favor a 59 flicker and make sure you're trying to avoid pulling any 1201 here. There are a couple of wind angle and wind strength tweaks that you're going to need to pay attention to. This shot does require curl, but it's simple curl. Very easy. We're not counting any clicks here. All right, so you don't have to worry about clicks of curl, but there is a wind angle that will require a couple of clicks of OP. We'll go over that in a second. This is what you want your spin set to look like. All right, max left spin, 4.4 backspin. With spin added, what we're going to do is place the white ring touching the bunker, and then the tip of the ball guide is going to be touching the line, one line right of the hole. If you have winds between 7 and 7.9, then you'll use just before circle break left curl. If you have winds between 8 and 9.1, then you'll need to use circle break left curl. And those are pretty easy to see. You know, it's not like you're counting clicks. Just make sure that your white ring is touching the bunker here, and at the same time, the tip of your ball guide is touching the line, basically one square left of the hole. I call it one line left of the hole. If you wanted to get technical, there is one line right, kind of going through the hole there. We're not counting that one. But one square left, one line left, depending on how you look at it. Tip of ball guide, white ring. That's the key to making this shot, is that plus the couple of wind angle tweaks that I'm going to go over in a second. P3 plus 20% max. There are 2 wind angles here that you need to pay attention to, and they're going to need some minor tweaks. We've seen wind all the way from here all the way to over in this range here. But basically what we're using as our dividing line is the dock here, or the break wall, or whatever you want to call it. That is the right side of that is the line that we're going to use to determine whether we're in tailwind or crosswind. So we got tailwind is over here, crosswind is over here. So anything to the right of the dock or the break wall is crosswind. If you're in the crosswind and your wind is between 7 and 7.9, you need 2 clicks of OP. If your wind is 8 to 9.1, you need 1 click of OP. We're not getting quite the wind push forward that we need. And if you don't add the OP in the crosswind, then you'll probably come up short, or just barely short, right? Now the tailwind angle, winds between 7 and 7.6, minus 0.2 from the adjustment. wind between 7.7 and 8.3, you need to minus 0.1 from the adjustment, and winds 8.4 to 9.1 is no change in the tailwind angle. With that being said, the only testing that I've had with the low wind and the tailwind has all been fairly close to this side, like kind of right between the buildings here. So if you've got like a hard tailwind angle and you're over in this area over here, you might want to, reduce that by 0.1 and say only minus 0.1 for winds 7 to 7.6. I didn't get the low winds whenever I had the hard tailwind angle, so I'm not really sure, if it needs the same tweaks or not. Practice it, see what happens. Based on the shots that I've played and the results that I've been getting, my assumption would be that if you're anywhere inside of this building, then you may want to, reduce that by zero point 0.1 and only minus 0.1 from the baby winds between 7 and 7.6. That would be my recommendation. Beyond that, they're pretty simple tweaks. So you're either going to minus 0.1, minus 0.2, or you're going to add 1 click of OP or 2 clicks of OP, depending on where you're at. So not very complicated, but definitely practice this one a couple of times because we are using curl, and you need to be comfortable with it. So if we're looking at the curl, right, you'll slide it to the left just until the circle breaks and then stop. What I like to do to make sure I got it right is I'll slide it just till it breaks. I'll slide it back till it clicks over, and then I'll just click it back into. So just make sure that I'm right on that line. You want to be right on the line when the circle breaks open. That is circle break left curl. It doesn't show in here, but you'll see gaps in the little triangles around the edges. And then this would be before circle break, or the circle snaps back together. Same thing. What's important here is that you don't add any over or under power, right? You want to keep your ball centered. What I like to look for, it actually look if you look at this picture, I'm not finished with the shot, but looks like I have a click of underpower because you can see that I'm a little further into the tooth on the top left than I am on the bottom left. So I should pull this down a click, but kind of center it on the two teeth and then slide it left until it either breaks or right before it breaks. That's the curl that we're going to use, and that's wind angle or wind strength dependent. Winds in the 7s is before circle break left curl. Winds in the 8s plus is circle break. This one here, I actually had, I took off an extra click of curl on accident. I didn't have time to fix it, and that's why I come in on the right side. But overall, a very good opportunity here with free-to-play Kingmaker on hole number 6, which is typically a pretty difficult hole, but this is a nice setup that's been fairly consistent here. So use a couple of practice tokens, and you should hopefully be walking away from this one with the hole-in-one. Good luck. Hope you get it. We'll catch you on the next one.